We are here today with Mr. Ram Menen. Mr. Ram, he just don't need any introduction. He is the founder of Emirates Sky Cargo and is an industry veteran we all look up to. Mr. Ram, it's such a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you very much for talking to Air Cargo Update and Aviation Guide. With your experience at Emirates Sky Cargo and in the industry, how have you seen the air cargo industry evolve over the years, especially in terms of technology and logistic solutions?
Thank you for having me on this interview. I mean, I'll go back to Update from its inception. Yeah, talking of the air cargo industry in itself, it's evolved quite a bit, and it has actually evolved in Dubai a lot faster than other parts of the world. Air cargo industry in itself has been very slow in adapting to digitization.
Yeah.
And digitization is very, very important and very critical to the growth. A place like Dubai, where your growth has been double digits, year on year going on. Looking forward from here, the kind of volumes you're going to see, whether it's air cargo or ocean freight, the number of TEUs or containers that the port is going to have, it's going to become physically impossible to manually process any of these things. So the growth can only happen if the digitization keeps on keeping pace and you reduce the involvement of the human beings in there. So the moment you do that, your efficiency starts going up.
Yeah.
Because everything becomes faster. Part of Dubai's success has been that fast. When we started the sea air in the last 30, 40 years back, we used to achieve from the vessel to the airplane in 4 hours. Of course, as the city grows, with all the traffic congestion, it's still doable in 6 to 7 hours.
Yep.
Which is a remarkable thing for any city. Yeah.
And especially with the new, technology where with the AI and with the data, where you can have a very clear visibility about the volume you have, about the different, where your container is, actually real-time processing of the visibility of the cargo and all. So how do you see that with all the new tech coming in, is the customer expectations going up?
Customer expectation delivery is what any company or any entity always strives for. Dubai has done a very good job. You talked about having information being available at the right time at the right place. Yeah. We had that 40 years back. And so it's nothing new. So what we are actually doing now is we are enhancing our own capability. We have been ahead of everybody else in terms of and purely because of one reason. Dubai was working as one entity, and it was always Dubai Incorporated, Dubai Inc., as we always used to call it. And that in itself was the key to the success that Dubai has had. Now, factor on that success, technology. AI is, of course, more data analytics, which gives you. So quality of the data that's going in there, we have been collecting data for the last 30, 40 years. So the quality of data that Dubai is able to produce is way ahead of a lot of things.
Between then and now, what is one major change which you see that, okay, this has changed? As you're saying, that definitely data was being collected earlier as well and is being collected now also. So what is that one big change which is really transforming the industry?
Because you have 30 to 40 years of data, which is already that is able to be analyzed. And that's a huge, huge change in the artificial intelligence capability for the predictive technology and optimization of
the volume
resources which are involved and deployed to carry out all the processes. Cargo in general, logistics in general, it's a process-driven activity. It is actually an engineering activity more than anything else. So to be able to optimize all elements of whether it's resources or processes that goes in, and to be able to optimize that gives more efficiency. And more efficiency not only in terms of processing, also in terms of cost efficiency. Don't forget, the cost of doing anything anywhere is going up. So how are you able to maintain the current cost that you have? The only thing that you can do is improve your productivity, you improve your optimization, you improve the speed of movement. So all these things, are now aided with the artificial intelligence.
With a lot more information, which is more transparent and all. Now, with the current, what's happening globally at a geopolitical level, and what's happening in the region also, with a lot of trade wars and with a lot of international regulations, which different countries are putting on the cargo and the logistic industry. How do you see the role of Middle East in a larger picture, and what kind of opportunities do the Middle East operators have?
Yeah, the geopolitical challenges that we have had, it's nothing new. We had different kinds of challenges thrown at us in the past. It's just that there are kind of different types of challenges coming up now. This is not the first time that we are seeing the whole geopolitical activity that's going on around this region, and it's not going to be the last time that we're going to see. But what is changing is, apart from UAE doing what it's doing, you then had Qatar catalyzing on that. Dubai probably was the catalyst in making it all happen, and now it's happening in Saudi Arabia.
Absolutely.
So what this is doing is they're attracting a huge amount of business through this region. And as long as that business grows, it's just a matter of being ahead of the game, better at it. It also puts pressure on every city or region which is pulling this business to be ahead of the game. So it's interesting, and Dubai has done a great job of it, and that's why I don't think really a competition to Dubai. Yes, competition helps because it makes them better, but at the same time, it's providing huge opportunities because the volumes that are being pulled in through here.
It's really complementing the businesses as well, as you're saying. It's not only the competition. So just coming back to our last question, what is one key industry trend you have noticed or you're noticing which is dynamically going to change this industry?
Yeah, the one thing in our business that's changing is e-commerce. And the e-commerce is still in its teens, I would say, because it's changing the behavior of human buying. Today, you have a mix of older generation who love to have the touch and feel. The other kind of customers who go into this touch and feel places, look at their sizes, and then they go back and order it online. But the younger generation who are coming up, they are basically going to be, more online savvy. So what do a change in the retail business? Are the retailers going to disappear? No, they're not going to disappear because you need them for the look and touch feel. But the retailers are to start changing their mindset. They need to start look at their own shops as inventory holding and go online. Make the retail shop available online, and then start doing that local delivery. How is that going to affect the larger? Yes, to a certain effect. Instead of being a camera being supplied from China, it's going to be supplied from a local shop there. So that is the way that I see.
And that's where the role of the air cargo industry will be very, very, I would say, crucial. And the way that I would say the efficiency and the visibility of where your actual consignment is going to have a huge impact on the way the e-commerce industry is progressing.
Yes, the tracking and tracing, of course, today all you have to do is you go to Amazon and say that we're up, but it doesn't tell you where it is, from which facilitation center to which facilitation center. But that is not the most critical part of the thing. Where it's the speed of being able to be delivered to the consumer that sets you apart from everything else. E-commerce in itself, the single largest element that's going to change the dynamic of the air cargo industry. But is the traditional freight going to disappear? No. Because every part, every component of any item that you see has got a supply chain of its own. It's got to be taken into somewhere where it's got to be assembled and then out to the customer. So, and doing this, people don't want to hold inventories. Inventories are generally only produced when it has to be, when it's needed. And because there's also this element, because every component that you're building or every aspect that you're building, you're looking at the technology upgrading the components. I mean, a laptop producer, they look at their life of a laptop of 3 months. That's it. They have to have new stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're not holding inventory, and the inventory has to be at the point of need very, very quickly, this again goes back to the vendor managed inventory. Air is the only option. So the higher cost of air freight actually adds economies to the overall supply chain. So air cargo is continuing to grow. Where there will be an effect will be ocean cargo. I think that will slow down a bit.
Thanks a lot for talking to us and sharing your insights.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.